Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video, as you can tell in the description, it's gonna get real personal, y'all. I know a lot of people have been kind of waiting for this video. A lot of people always ask me the same thing: when is Slay gonna open, or what happens to Slay? So this video is meant to just clear the air, because I feel like a lot of people have their opinions as to why we close, and you know, nowadays people think that they know it all. So I kind of just want to make this video because I really want to be straightforward, and I feel like this video could bring in a lot of knowledge for upcoming business owners or current business owners and things like that. I mean, it's a lot of information that I'm going to be giving you guys today. I'm going to try to keep it very blunt. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything, as you guys know how I am. I like to keep it real. So that's exactly what I tend to do today. So if you want to find out what happened to Slay, when are we reopening, continue to watch this video. This video is probably going to be a little lengthy. I try not to make my videos no more than like 20 minutes, but y'all know me, I like to talk a lot. So I'm hoping that it can't be more than 20. But if it is, and even if it's 20 minutes, grab yourself a drink, get some wine, get some coffee, whatever time of day it is that you're tuning into this video, and get ready for the video. So without further ado, let's begin. For those of you that do not know what Slay Boutique, like whatever, if you're a new subscriber, one of my first videos that I brought into my YouTube channel was how I opened my boutique. So this video is how I closed my boutique. But anyway, just to give you guys a little bit of insight on what is Slay Boutique. So I established my business, which was a clothing store boutique, obviously, in 2018, and I closed my doors in 2019 around June. So we were open for about a good year and a couple months. But yes, Slay Boutique was my baby. I mean, if you know me, you know how passionate I was about my shop. Like, that was my shop. It was something I was super passionate about, but shit happens, and I'm about to break it down to you guys on what happened, you know, what happened and what's gonna come. So let's get into how and why Slay Boutique was closed. And I mean, I'm not gonna say what's the real reason, because I never lied as to why we closed. I just never gave an update as to what happened with the whole reopening. Originally, if you followed my Instagram, which is Slay Boutique 01, that's still active, I had posted that we were closing our doors with the anticipation to reopening. But a lot of things happened within that time frame, and you know, shit changes, and I really didn't feel like putting my business out there as to what happened, even though what happened wasn't bad. It was actually amazing. But you know, people nowadays tend to be really judgmental, and there's always going to be people out there that always have something to say. And I can tell you right now, going into a business, I never knew exactly. I mean, I kind of always knew, but I never knew how the hate is really real, y'all. Like, it's real. And there was just always something going on, something being said. There was just always people, you know, there's always gonna be people out there who have something to say bad about your business, or who just don't like you for you, or whatever the case may be. So I really didn't want to put this information out there, because it's my personal business and it's about my life. And you know, sometimes I kind of want to be cautious about what I say, but I talked it over with my fiance, which is my partner and my ride or die forever. And you know, I was actually talking to him about doing this video a couple days ago, and I was like, yo, you know, like, I really feel like I need to like clear the air and really talk about why I closed, because I feel like it can be so beneficial to business owners out there, because there's so many people that I'm seeing now on social media that want to pursue into becoming business owners, and it's not easy. As I mentioned in my first YouTube video about opening a boutique, you know, it's not easy. It's not something that you can gain overnight. It's something that you have to work really hard for, and it's also something that you have to be super passionate about. You don't want to do something just to do it, you know. You don't want to do it because you're doing it for the money. And if you know my situation with Slay, and if you know me personally, you know that I was not doing it for the money, because I mean, realistically, any profit that I made out of the shop never came to me. It always went into my business. So, you know, just remember, before I begin into the video, if you are trying to pursue into, you know, starting up a business, just know it's not easy. You got to give it your 110% if you want to really be successful, because you can't just up and quit once you start something. You know, you have to really work hard towards it. So this video is really going to just shed light on that shit, because it wasn't easy. Okay, it really wasn't. It was stressful as hell. I literally had no life, guys. I tried, and I have 2 kids, and I have, you know, my man, and it was just really hard to juggle with being a mom and, you know, taking care of the necessities at home while also trying to run a business. I mean, you guys, I was literally always stressed out. I was always stressed out. So why did I close? Let's start. So random, I know. So I closed in June of 2019. My anticipation as to why I was closing was because we were going to be relocating, but I'm going to go into full detail with you guys about what that process was going to be like. So why I wanted to close, why I wanted to relocate. So where I was located, as some of you know or don't know, I was located in the hood. Like, I was in the hood, Reading, PA, South 9th Street. Like, it wasn't the best area. I had no parking, like no customer parking. I had no type of foot traffic. It wasn't the best area. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I had a, you know, a bum sleeping on my steps. So it was not the best area, but I'm not going to sit here and be like that Slay did horrible because of that, because none of that ever stopped Slay from progressing and being successul. So one thing for sure, Slay did not close because it wasn't profitable and it wasn't successful, because it sure as hell was. And I'm not saying that because it's my business, because I'll keep it blunt. Slay did great. It did amazing considering where we were and the amount of time that we were open. I mean, it was insane how much it was. I don't even know how to explain it. Like, it was mind-blowing, and it was the best feeling ever. Like, I would get shipment in, and like the same day, and within a day or two, shipment was gone. Like, that's how good it was doing. So I already knew, yo, moving into a better location, like, it's a win-win situation. Even though that's not the mindset I was going into, because if Slay was already doing good in a bad-ish location, it's gonna do good wherever, because people, loyal customers, and you know what I mean, they're gonna follow me regardless of where I'm at. So it didn't matter. So going back to the location, so I was in that location. If you ever been in there, it's really cute. You know, I had the decor and everything. I put a lot of money into the spot because when I first got it, it wasn't in the best condition. But let's just say where my business was, I was paying $800 in rent. $800 in rent for the location that I was in. Some people may say that's good. Some people may say that's bad. To me, I thought I was in the middle. I was in the middle because all my bills were included, so I didn't have to pay no electric, no gas. I didn't have to pay any of that. But I had to pay cable and stuff like that. But I mean, for the location that it was in, 800 was a little bit too much for me. But I mean, eventually I figured it out. I learned, like, okay, you know, everybody makes mistakes. It was my first time. I kind of rushed into it a little bit, but it is what it is. I'm here. And my landlord was super dope too. Like, she was really nice. And she never like gave me any issues. So rent was $800. It was getting paid every month. That wasn't an issue. The issue was the business itself. I mean, did great. It did amazing. But there were times where, you know, you kind of have to pick and choose, where is your money going? So if I made, let's just say, $1,000 one week, right? Okay, do I order more clothes, or do I put that away for rent? You know, the fashion industry, guys, it is an up and down business. You can be here, your sales can be here, and then your sales can drop. That's just how it is. Even working in corporation stores, like retail stores, that's how it was. You can do really good one month, and then you do really shitty another month. And then you can do shitty again, but then you can like do really good. Like, it's an up and down business. So going into it, I knew that already, but there were times where one week I did great, and then one week I'm like, shit, you know, I did good, but it's like, I gotta gotta pay rent. So is it gonna be rent or is it gonna be clothes? And y'all already know I ordered clothes and that shit was gone right away. So it's like, okay, now I have not so much merchandise, but I gotta pay rent. So hey guys, customers, I didn't order clothes because I have to pay rent. That was nobody's business, but you know, some people were like, yo, like, why she don't got a lot of stuff? Like, oh my God, like her store is empty. Or, oh my God, like, dude, I gotta pay rent. If I don't pay rent, I don't got a store. So what you want me to do? So this idea, I want to give credit where it's due. And this idea was presented to me by my lovely fiance, David. So shout out to you, baby, because without you, none of this would ever be possible. I mean, I can tell you guys, it's really huge to have a support system that's going to support you throughout the process. And my man 110% supported me like if it was his passion and it was his dream, you know. So shout out to you, babe. You really are amazing. And even now, I mean, we talk about Slay all the time, like how it's gonna be and what's it gonna be like, and he gets excited just as me. So that's how you know, like, he's the one. He's the one. But before we get into this brilliant idea, I know there's gonna be people out there gonna watch this video, because there's always somebody out there that is going to try and outdo you, or that's going to try and steal your idea. Even though, you know what I mean, it is what it is. Just remember that whatever I'm going to be saying today, which I am going to be talking about the future of Slay, which that's not the type of person I am. I never talk about things that I'm going to do, because you never know what could happen, especially because there's so many people out there that wish bad on you that shit could just flip flop. But the purpose of this video was to do that. So if you take any of my ideas, just give me the credit. Just give me the credit, okay? Because I put the idea in your head. I'm gonna do it regardless, but just give me the credit, okay? Okay. So while having Slay, me and my fiance were in the process of purchasing a home. Well, we were in the process yet. That's a goal of ours. You know, we wanted to get the white picket fence house. But we had Slay, but we were still working towards buying a home. But then my fiance, I don't even know how it came about, but he was like, so technically, let me break it down. My landlord owns the whole entire building. So she owns the building, and then she had a store there too, which she just took the store out and rented it to me. She lived there and my store was there. She was charging me $800 a month. I'm pretty sure her mortgage was paid off, because she had been living there for about 20 years. If it wasn't paid off, it was almost paid off. Plus, she had other properties as well. So my man's like, yo, she's probably banking off of your $800 a month, or she's probably using your $800 to pay off one of her other buildings, you know? So he was like, yo, why, instead of us buying a home, why not do what she's doing? Buy something, put the store downstairs, and live upstairs, or live in the unit. Why not do that? We'll be basically living kind of rent-free, because we're basically like consolidating, you know, our store and our home. Everything the store makes is all profit. You know, we don't have to pay rent because we live upstairs. Or we can even find something that is commercial downstairs, one unit and another unit. So maybe you can charge the second unit, you know, whatever rent, and that'll basically cover the mortgage. Doesn't that sound like a pretty good fucking idea? I think so. So I'm like, hell yeah, like that sounds great. At first I'm like, no, but you know, I really want to buy a house, because that's everybody's dream, buy a house, you know, buy a house. But breaking down to it, we really wanted to invest in real estate, because there's just so much different possibilities with real estate, and we really wanted to not build a future for ourselves, but build a future for our kids in the long run. You know, yeah, we're not gonna have that big house we want, but eventually we're gonna have that big house that's gonna pay itself, that we don't have to pay, because we're gonna have all these properties that are gonna basically be paying our mortgage. You know what I mean? I don't want to get off topic. So he presented me the idea, and I'm like, yeah, we should like totally do that. You know, Slay was already like, I didn't renew my lease, but everything kind of stood the same, and I already knew that I was gonna like relocate, whether I was gonna stay in that location or go to another location. But like, I didn't want to keep paying rent. You know, I was paying $800 in rent. It wasn't going to me. It wasn't going to my business. Imagine if I would have profited $800 extra on top of what I was making. Like, dude, Like, that's amazing, you know. But unfortunately, I wasn't. I was basically paying somebody else's mortgage. And I mean, that's just how it goes when you're renting everything, guys. And I'm not trying to down anybody that rents. I mean, I was a renter for a very long time. You know, that's fine, whatever you're comfortable with. But just see the bigger picture here. You know, if it's yours, it's yours. If it's not, it's not. I mean, it is what it is. But I didn't want to keep doing it. I didn't want to keep paying rent at a store that's not mine. You know, where I'm basically, that's money I'm losing every single month. I'm losing it. I'm losing it. Yeah, it's keeping a roof over the shop's head, but I am losing it. I can't put it back into my shop. We made a lot of sacrifices to do that. It was something that, you know, obviously I didn't want to do right away. But then got to thinking about, like, all right, cool, let's do it. Now, remember, you're purchasing something. And we were very specific as to what we wanted to purchase. We wanted to purchase a multi-unit that had a storefront downstairs, or if it didn't have a storefront, it was separated from the other units where we can convert it into a storefront. And also something that had a 2 to 3 bedroom apartment. Now, it may not sound hard, but it is, because there's a difference between residential and commercial. So we did not want to go towards the commercial side. And I'm sorry if I'm confusing y'all with this finance and whatever, mortgage and shit, but we didn't want to go towards commercial. If you know a little bit about how commercial properties go, that's like a whole different ballgame. Like, those are just a can of worms that we did not want to open up. So we wanted to stay within residential guidelines, which was hard because, I mean, renting homes, they're all kind of like residential. But if you're looking for a storefront that makes sense in a community or area, I mean, it's going to be pretty hard. So we were very specific as to what we wanted. Something with a storefront, something that we can live upstairs with, and also an additional property where we can make money off of it. Because, like I said, we wanted to live in it as well. So it was like, you know, it was a lot that we were asking. So now, we did close Slay before we would find a property. And I'm going to tell you why. As I mentioned in the beginning of the video, owning a business was just super stressful, guys. And within the year mark, I went back to work. And I went back to work because I didn't go back to work because the business was doing bad. I went back to work because I needed money for myself. And not saying that the shop didn't make money, but all the money it made, I always put it back into my business. I was never that type of business owner that if I made extra 300, I'm gonna just pocket that. No, I'm gonna put that back into the business, because now that 300, I'm gonna flip it and make it 600. So, but like, where's me? You know, my fiance was very amazing for taking care of everything in the household, but I'm a very independent woman. So I'm like, okay, this isn't working. So I went ahead and started working for a finance company. That was, yeah, not a great decision. But anyway, I started working with them, and I had to hire someone. So I hired this girl named Myra. Shout out to you, Myra, if you're watching this video. Myra was an amazing employee. I can't say anything bad about Myra. She really handled the store when I wasn't there, you know, and she was like a friend of, you know, we were like friends, you know. I trusted her with my store, and if I told her to do something, she would do it. So it was great. We had great communication, and I feel like that's what you need when somebody is running your store for you, especially when you're not there most of the time. You know, Myra would be there like during the week, and I would only be there on the weekends. There were times where she was there for a whole week, you know. But shout out to her, because she really like killed it. You know, she always made sure the store was good, you know. If I told her to do something, like I said, she'll do it. It was great. Like, I had a lot of trust in her. So she really took off this weight on my shoulder, because I'm at work and I'm stressing out like what's going on with the shop, and I didn't have to do that with Myra, you know. So that's really important going into a business, is just having somebody that's gonna be trustworthy, that's gonna treat your business like if it was theirs. It was still stressful. I had no life. My business was my business. My business revolved around my life, okay? My life didn't revolve around my business. And even that, it was still really hard. Like, people would say, you know, I was always closed, and it's like, bro, it's hard. Like, I have kids, like, I was working. So, and then shit was always going on. Like, shipment wasn't coming, shipment wasn't coming on time, shipment was being delayed, you know, inventories. It was just always something. I'm trying to work a full-time job, take care of my kids, run a business, still have a life for myself. I was like, yo, fuck it. I don't want to curse, but F that. We're closing the shop way sooner than because we were just gonna wait until we got the new shop and then just like transition. No, I was like, we're not doing that. Closing shop, I'm done. I was like pissed off. I went through a huge rant that day because oh my god, Myra probably remembers it. I was just so pissed. I remember walking because my package got delayed and I was going into the weekend and I literally had nothing in my store. I remember walking into that store, I was like, I'm done, I'm closing the shop. And Myra was super supportive. She's like, I think it's the best thing to do. Like, she knew already, yo, she's stressed out. Like, I was just over it. I was done. I was so done at that moment. We closed way before we thought. But anyway, we met with Jamie and we started looking at properties, started looking at commercial storefronts, and unfortunately, we didn't find anything that we liked. We didn't find anything that was gonna fit the criteria that we were looking for. If it was a storefront, it was in a shitty location. I mean, like, shitty location, or it needed a lot of work, or it maybe the upstairs was one bedroom. It wasn't or if we found something, it was commercial or it was over our budget. It just didn't happen. And that was a decision that me and David had to make, whether, okay, do we miss out on this opportunity? Like, we have the pre-approval that's good for 3 months. We have the money. Do we let something hold us back from, from progressing and setting our future? Or do we just do it? Do we just do it already, So it was hard because I didn't want to feel like I failed. I didn't want to feel like I let myself down, because I wasn't doing it. It wasn't some, oh my god, I let other people down. Like, what are people gonna say? What are people gonna think? There's already people out there that talk shit. It was more like about me. Like, how am I gonna feel? Like, when I look at myself, am I gonna look at myself like a failure? Am I gonna look at myself like them? Like, did I try harder? If I tried harder, would the outcome have been different? But that's the thing. It wasn't anything. With the talks and stuff, I realized I could have kept going. I just decided to let that go for now and really focus on the future. Focus on the future, not present. I wasn't worried about, well, right now. It's like, how is it going to benefit me in the future? And of course, I mean, there's times where I'll be like, damn, did I fail? Like, was I even successful? And it's like, hell yeah, I was. It's just, I decided to focus on something else, and I had to let that go. And it was hard to do that, of course, because Slay Boutique wasn't just something. It wasn't just something to do because I wanted, no, it was a passion of mine, and it still is. This is something that I have been dreaming about since I was like 14 years old. It wasn't just something I wanted to do overnight. It was something that I always aimed for, and it was always a goal of mine, so it wasn't something that I could let go and get over it. I mean, even now, I'd be like, yo, I can't wait till this shit opens, because it was everything to me, So it was like, fuck it. I'm gonna let that go, but the outcome is gonna be 10 times better. So here's the outcome. So we decided to let Slay go. And we kept on with the anticipation to buying a multi-unit, because we said, all right, here we go. We're gonna still buy the multi-unit, because why not live rent-free and then continue to buy multi-units and continue to buy multi-units and then buy the white picket fence house. Again, this was not my idea. Again, this was all my man's, that he just, I don't even know how to say it. Like, he just really gave you that tunnel vision, like to just look at the bigger picture. Because everybody does it, basically. I mean, if you rent, you're paying somebody's mortgage, pretty much. And with the amount of money that you probably rent, it's not even what you pay in your mortgage. So that's what we did. We purchased a multi-unit, a 2-unit, and we rent the downstairs and we live upstairs. And I can tell you guys now, my mortgage payment is less than what I was paying at the shop, and I have a building. So hell yeah, it was a win-win for me. I'll do it again. So when is the reopening for Slay Boutique? Now, I don't know. I can't give you guys an exact time frame. The goal is 2021, which is next year. that is the goal, and that is the goal that we are working towards every single day. So I don't want to say summer, winter, because we don't know, but the goal is 2021. So we didn't close for good. It's coming back. And when it comes back, it's going to come back 10 times harder and 10 times better. Because this time, it's going to be 100% mine. Full ownership. Building and all. Fully mine. You know, so I feel like I'm going to just set the bar up high. Because my shop is going to be, oh my God. Like, I can't tell you guys. And I feel like so passionate about it because, I mean, you can just tell. Because like I have just so many great ideas about how the new shop is going to be and the type of experience that it's going to be and how it's going to be ran. It's all going to be completely different from the old sling. Like, you know, so I can't tell you guys when, but it is 2021. Mark my words, 2021. And today's video. Thank you guys again so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for the support along the way. I hope this video was helpful, as I mentioned before. But yeah, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, guys. Do not forget to like this video. Give me a thumbs up. And don't forget to hit that notification down below when you get notified of all of my videos. I am going to be trying to drop new videos every week. It is a little hard having 2 children. But yeah, be on the lookout. Again, I hope this was pretty, you know, I hope this pretty much cleared the air for everybody and you guys know exactly how it went down and kind of got to know a little bit about what we went through within the past year. But yeah, thanks guys for watching. Have a great day.